Hi guys, and welcome to DME115 for the spring of 2023. I'm so excited to have you guys in this class. This class focuses on Photoshop, and in this class, you're going to learn how to edit photos. This photo had an extra person here. You're going to learn how to remove some people. It had a crease down the center. You'll learn how to remove that. It was crooked. You're going to learn how to make it straight. Some other things you'll learn is how to move all these objects here from one location into another. So that's kind of cool. You'll learn a bunch of these tools over here on the left. And you're going to learn a lot about layering and how to layer and graphics and just a whole lot of stuff this 8 weeks. So I'm really excited to work with you. This is our first time teaching this class in the online environment. So I want to take a few minutes to go over some important stuff with you. So let's take a look at the class. The first thing I want to mention to you guys is you must complete your 10% assignment by Tuesday, March 14th. So make sure you do that. If you do not, you will not be able to stay in the class. Did you know if you register for a class and you don't complete the 10%, you actually pay a little bit of money for the class? So make sure if you're registered for a class, you are taking the class and your intentions are good. The next thing that I want to mention with you guys is, let's see here, software. This is not an option. There is no exception. If you are taking this class, you must have Adobe Photoshop. There's no alternative. There's no second option. There's no free online, app that you can use. You must be using Photoshop. The next thing I want to mention to you guys is there is a book. There is a required book, and you guys can purchase that from the bookstore. I will mention that to you guys again in just a minute. You must have the book to work in this class. So you must have software, you must have the book, and time. If this were a face-to-face class, we would meet 4 days a week for 2 hours each day. That's a total of 8 hours a week. Now, in the online setting, and depending on what your technical skill is, it's probably not going to take you 8 hours a week. But I want to mention to you guys that you should expect to spend maybe an hour or so the assignment from the book, maybe a little more than an hour if your technical skills aren't really excellent. And then you are going to have some classwork and other things that you've got to take care of each week. Also, each student in this class will be taking the IC3, which is the Digital Media Literacy Tests. You will take Level 1, Level 2, and Level 3. Each of these tests typically cost $125. They are free to you. They are virtual. However, you must find a time to take them. So I will offer some times. I'll also have some times available on a Friday. You could take care of all of these on a Friday. So there is some information here for you so that you can sort of get that in your mindset. Let's go ahead and take a look at your online class. There's a couple of things. If you look under how this course works, that is how everybody's course is for the course template. So I'm going to skip over that. I want to click on the syllabus, and I want to check on the syllabus and kind of look at some of the things on there with you. This is super important that you understand all of these. So I don't want anyone to have any questions about this later on. This is Digital Media DME 115. Our class starts March 9th. It ends May 9th. Your 10% is March the 14th. This is your syllabus. This is your contract with the course. If you've got any questions or you don't understand something, refer to the syllabus. Let me know. I am here to help you guys. My name is Tori Quismondo. I'm your instructor, and you can see that here on the syllabus. Our department chair is Mr. Umland, Stephen Umland, and our new dean is Mr. Herring. So if you need to contact any of them, that information is on there. Your course description is listed here, and it does state on here that you need to use Adobe Photoshop to do all of your tasks. Required textbook is listed here. You guys can go out to the bookstore and get this textbook. This textbook here is going to ultimately cost you from the bookstore. Oh, I can't pull it from there. That's okay. I think from the bookstore, it's going to cost you, the hard copy is like $50 some. So be prepared to pay for this book. It is requirement. You need the book for the class. The other things that you need are Adobe Photoshop. Now, I want to mention Adobe Photoshop to you. If you Google student subscription for Adobe Photoshop, you can get it at a discounted rate, which I think is about $20 a month. Do you need to purchase Adobe Photoshop? Well, if you plan to take this class from home, absolutely yes, you do. That is an expectation. If you plan to come to school, we do have computers with Adobe on them, which you can certainly use. If you're going to purchase the software for your home computer, if you're not a super technical person and you don't absolutely love numbers and you don't know what your RAM is or your storage or anything is on your computer, I'm just going to give it to you in a quick and easy way. Do you have a gaming laptop or a laptop capable of gaming? Typically what happens is you need that good graphics card so that you can run Adobe Photoshop. So if you do not have a really great computer, let's say you went and just bought the basic laptop for, $300 at Walmart on special, and the computer works just fine with your English class and your comm class and all of those classes. And so you think, well, I'm going to go ahead and purchase Adobe. There's no use in purchasing Adobe if you've got a regular run-of-the-mill computer. I just would not recommend it. You can try it, but I wouldn't recommend it. If you check out the Adobe software, it will tell you what the basic requirements are. You can see the breakdown. It is the 10-point grading scale, and underneath of that, you can see your categories for your grades in this class. You guys do have an enrollment verification quiz. That's your 10% quiz. It's worth 1%. So in the first couple of days, you guys earn 1% of your grade. Hopefully you get 100 on that. Then you've got some projects you're going to complete and some lessons, and then you're going to have certification. Your certification is worth 10% of your grade. That 10% it's going to be that you must attempt these tests. So you want to make sure that you're making an effort to take those certification tests. There is IC3 level 1, 2, and 3. And also at the end, if I feel like you guys are doing pretty good, we may even offer you for your final project to get certified in Adobe, which is always our goal. My last class did it and I had a 98% pass rate. Also, you guys are going to be required to do something called digital community service. That is not picking trash up alongside the road. Digital community service is where you create a digital file for someone who needs it. Someone in the community, maybe your child's teacher at school, maybe your church needs something, and you would need to connect me with the person you did digital community service for, and I will give you a grade based off of that. Actually, they give you the grade. One of the things that you want to pay close attention to in this course, because there is a lot of stuff that you guys need to accomplish, is this course documents a 10-point penalty for each day the assignment or project is late. So you want to make sure that you're submitting your stuff on time. Your late penalties will be removed from your overall grade once you submit your assignments. The Americans with Disability Act, we do have disability support services here at our school. So if you might need something, from disability support services, they are there to help you so that you can do well in this class. FERPA, I cannot talk to your mom. The digital community outreach is listed in here. Students, you are required to do that. It's worth 10% of your grade. It will hold you back from getting straight A's if you're trying to get that A if you do not do this. So, all right, that is most of what is on your syllabus. And then at the very end, you're going to see some assignments with due dates on there, and that will get populated to parallel with your course. So that's some really important stuff for you guys. The next thing that I want to mention on the Blackboard site is the instructor information. That is where you can find my email and my telephone number. Y'all, I do not notice phone messages. I'm not always in my office. Sometimes I'm doing community outreach. Sometimes I'm doing stuff for digital media. So I'm not always in the office. And if you might call on a Thursday at lunchtime and you don't hear from me until Monday night and you think I'm ignoring you, I'm not always in my office on Friday. So maybe send me a quick email. I am in the office Monday at 9 o'clock and at 3 o'clock from 3 to 4, Tuesdays at 3, Wednesdays at 3, and Thursdays at 3. Then I have a little bit of information about me listed here. I'm not all that important. You guys are the important ones, and I want to be here for you. So let's continue looking at the rest of this course. Under your assignments, you will find your enrollment verification quiz. This is the requirement that you guys have to take for your 10%. And you want to make sure that you do this. So I'm just going to click on this. And let's just take it together super fast in case you think you may not know the answers, but let's just do this. Plagiarism is copying another person's work without giving credit, using someone else's ideas without giving credit, paraphrasing without giving credit, or how about actually even using your own work without updating it? So that is all of the above. I understand I will be required to take certification tests from a virtual machine. That means you can take it from your home computer as long as you've got a computer that has Chrome as your browser. You are good to go. No worries. You can take it as long as you have internet and a Chrome browser. You're good to go. So you understand you will be taking some certification tests, level 1, level 2, and level 3 of digital media. I have identified any additional software and hardware that I might need for this course. I understand I must have Adobe Photoshop in order to take this class. That is true. I have located and reviewed the grading and evaluation on the syllabus. We just looked at that. I understand that it's my responsibility to keep in contact with the instructor throughout the semester. Yes, that's true. If you got something that's coming up or you're having problems, contact me. I am here for you. That is my job. I have read and understand the late policy. Y'all saw it, 10 points a day, not a business day, a day. I understand I'm required to complete a digital community service project. That is 10% of my grade. That is true. And course attendance is documented by submitting work. That is true. If you go like more than 2 weeks without submitting work, you might just get dropped from the class because that's more than 20% and that's stated in your syllabus. I must purchase a book in order to complete this class. That is true. And I have reviewed the course syllabus and understand it's my contract with the course. That is true. Save this up, turn it in. If y'all don't get 100 on this, it is your own fault because we just earned 100 on this in less than a minute. If I go in and take a look at my grades, I will see my enrollment verification quiz. I earned 100 on that. I'm good to go. I can click on this anytime you see a blue link in the grade book. You can click on it. You can click on the blue again. The blue is always going to link you to something new. Blue gets you to something new anytime it's a link, and you guys can see those are the questions that I had, and I can see my grades for that. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Also, I want to mention to you that if you do not have Adobe Photoshop at home, you can go to our Open Computer Lab and use the computers. ATC 120 is where the Open Lab is located. There are plenty of helpful people in there for you. You just simply sign in using your student identification, and the Adobe is in a special room. Make sure you ask where the Adobe software is located so that you don't waste any time in the Open Computer Lab. However, if you'd like to come to the Open Computer Lab for any of your other classes, there are plenty of computers and places to take tests and sit around and plug in your laptop and work. Well, I hope you found this information helpful. Good luck in DME 115, the 8-week class for spring 2023.